Today's show is sponsored by Striker Brands. If you're looking for some awesome fishing outerwear, check out StrikerBrands.com. It's brands like Striker Brands that allow us to do what we're doing out in the field. Speaking of field, let's get out there right now. I'm going to show you today how to get on some cover that's a bit of a unique style cover. I'll come back later and show you in detail. Let's get out there. Well, you know what I'm rolling with. That right there is the Copper Bling 4mm tungsten jig head, and we're throwing her on a, let's see, 1-inch micro minnow in lime truce. See if we can't get a little lucky out here. I don't know where these crappies are. I don't know where the heck to start. I'd really like to know where the pipe is. I know that there's a pipe somewhere at this lake that connects this body of water. There's a road behind me, and there's got to be a pipe somewhere that connects this body of water with the body of water that's right behind me. Where it's at, I couldn't tell you. We're gonna try to find it. I almost think there's more than one pipe. See if we can't get something to hit here. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it is pretty windy today. We're in the 30s right now. It's supposed to get into the 50s or close to later on. I'm fishing with 4-pound crazy crappie line and chartreuse. I got it strung up on our brand new prototype. What? This wind is starting to get on my nerves already. I couldn't tell if that was a bite or not, peeps. I'm gonna wind this bobber up a couple more times. I'm using a rocket bobber. I like to use on an overcast day. I like to use these, the yellow one, the chartreuse version. You can see it a lot better in those waves. If it's also a real sunny day, I usually go with like a red or a orange. I gave him a little 1-2 pop, and he came up and almost drug it up under. One of these days, I'm gonna bring my boat in here and bring it all the way to this side and scan, so I can see exactly what the bottom of the structure looks like. Unfortunately, this topograph that the state provides for this is very, very generic. Not a good one. Now, I do see a bobber. Someone got hung up on some structure or something out there. It might be something right there that's worth checking out. Can't get too close to it or else I'm gonna lose the float just like that dude did. We did get our first little fishy doodah. Had a little cropster there. But at least I know where I think they're sitting out at. He's going back in, I'm going back out. Hopefully we can't do that again. That sounded fun. I think I found them. In looking at the topo map, I found that there's a connector, in fact, as I was mentioning earlier, in between these two parts of the body of water. And I found that there's a pipe that's out there. And so it goes out about 12 feet right here. There's a little 12-foot bowl here. And it seems that the crappie are stacked on the end of that pipe where it connects these two bodies of water, the one in front of me and the one behind me. So let's do that again, see if we can't get something to bite again. That was fun. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's on. Fish on. We found him out, guys. We found him out. We done found him out. There we go. Another cropster sandwich. Look how orange these guys are. Their bellies, they're laying right, like real low, either in weeds or a little small one. Hey, that's fun though. So a little tip there. All I'm doing, man, is just finding a body of water on both ends of a street. And this particular body of water, I really don't know that well. I fished here before, like in the weeds, maybe in shallows, but never on this pipe. So I think I found out exactly where this pipe is. That bite is so subtle. I mean, just barely lifting that float. I think I'm already past the cover. I'm gonna set up this other tripod to get another angle here for you guys. All right, there we go. So I think I'm off the spot. This is literally like a spot on a spot, and they're not moving. I mean, they're not chasing at all. They're waiting for that bait to roll right over their spot, and that is just how they're biting right now. I'm gonna make a mental note though. I think with me sitting right here, if I'm casting, it's gonna be in between, like kind of like 50 feet into that shoreline over there. I know there's more of them in there. I know it for a fact. Oh, I just had a little pop. What they're doing is, and with this 4mm tungsten head, my bobber is laying flat, and what they're doing is they're standing it up and then slowly dipping it down. Oh, I just had a little bite again. He stood it up. Didn't take it under though. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. I know there's more than 2 of them in there. We know that's a fact, y'all. Now I'm a little further inshore than I'd prefer to be, but I might have to recalibrate and cast out. And also, what I want to do is I'm trying to fish this time of year about a foot off the bottom of the lake. And so all I did, because Navionics is usually a tool that I'll use that's built into our sponsor FishBrains app. For whatever reason, this particular body of water, Wallborn Reservoir, does not have a really refined topo map in the Navionics app. So with that said, I had to look on the county's website, the actual park's website for this park, and I found an old antiquated map that at least gave me an understanding of what generally is the depth here. And they're saying that it's 12 feet. So I want to be above, knowing that crappie like to eat up on the bait. I wanted to be above them, and so I set my float at roughly 9-10 feet. Now fishing that deep, it's better to have something like a slide float or, you know, a slide bobber situation on. I'm also fishing up against a steep bank to my back here, so that would be the ideal circumstance, but I don't have it, so we're just rolling with what we got. And I got a bite. Oh, and he's gone. Oh, I missed that one, guys. I missed that one. Whew. I missed that one fair and square. So now what I'm gonna have to do though is I'm gonna have to mark this pipe that I found so I'm able to find it easily next time. Like I mentioned earlier too, you can kind of like make a looker. Look at that. Look at that. Fly right over me when it's not hunting season, I swear. But what I was saying is you can make a mental note of like where you stand on this side of the lake and where it might be in conjunction with the opposite end of the lake, and kind of make a mental note as to where your line might be. I'm noting where these fish are biting every time, and I'm guessing that that's probably right on the pipe. I don't think these fish are eating in this cold front right now, so my speculation is they're sitting pretty cut tight to that cover, which is a dead giveaway as to where that pipe might be. We're gonna try hard to get something that's worthwhile here. See if there's any decent ones in there. I'm getting bit right now. There's a bite. Oh, he dropped it. I know there's a lot more than a couple dankers in there. Come on now. Hey, by the way, not only are the Solar Bat sunglasses great for the sun protection, but they're also good for wind protection. Now I'm gonna play both ends of that pipe also, so I'm not getting too many bites anymore. I got a couple off the pipe directly. I'm gonna start throwing to the extreme right, or not extreme, maybe 20 feet away from it, and let it glide into the cover. And there they are. Look at that. Got them. Fish on. So that's a good little tip. If you're not catching on the actual structure itself and you know where the structure is, maybe you spooked them on that last catch and maybe they bounced a little bit to the left or right. The pile's still there. They're lethargic. They are not going anywhere. There's a little fish. Micro, baby. Micro cropsters. Hey, I don't care who you are. This beats watching TV, right? Another tip that just came to mind is when you're fishing wind, right now my wind is coming from the right to my left. If I cast it straight out in front of me, obviously the wind is going to want to blow my float to the left. My line as well is going to get blown a little further, and the bobber is always going to follow the line. So if you cast it out to your right into the wind so that you're ultimately getting where you want it to go to, try to straighten up your line as fast as possible before it hits the water. That way the wind and the waves don't push your bobber out, and it kind of acts like a whip to get that bobber right out of past your structure. You want it to kind of slowly move in on where you want it. What I'm doing really is I'm just kind of like irritating their lateral line. Their lateral line is almost shaped like this, and there's all types of receptors on the inside of that lateral line. And as they see and feel the water movement, that water moves inside of their receptors and then gives them kind of like an attention boost. So if you want to really get the crappie's attention, give it a nice little pop. You're not trying to like jerk it clear out of the sky. You're trying to keep it right in front of their face still, but you want to jerk it enough to where you're just kind of whipping it. you're popping it enough to where it's hitting the low end of that swing and just giving it a little pop. The ideal pop is going to be somewhere in 6 to 12 inches. Giving them a couple pops, kind of teasing him with it. Take it. There he goes. Got him that time. Oh, he came off again. Are you kidding me? It's a dang Houdini. It is a dang Houdini, y'all. Now, in this situation too, you know, you got a lot of wind, a lot of waves. The waves are only capping at like 6 inches tall, which is plenty enough for the movement of the water to kind of do the action for me. But every once in a while, I'm still kind of perfecting that pop, if per se. You kind of give it a real aggressive poppy. There he is. There he is, guys. That's good. Uh-oh. What we got here, guys? This is feeling a little more aggressive here. Got a little better one? Oh yeah, boys and girls. Oh yeah, babe. Oh, look at that micro minnow, baby. Castgray.com.
Link in description.
A lot of people, when they go fishing, they just kind of go out and start casting into Never Never Land. And you know, are the potential of possibilities of catching fish out there if you're doing that? Of course. But if you make more of an educated decision and you try to really think through it, you can find fish a lot quicker and find out where they're stacked a lot quicker. Like I said, I'm going into this completely blind. We found out that there was 2 bodies of water connected by a road. Obviously the water, they're considerably the same. The water itself are the same levels, meaning that they're probably defined by the same body of water. They're probably part of the same body of water. So there's probably a pipe that goes underneath the road somewhere. And I was able to locate those at the deepest section. Looking at a topo map, it's like 4 feet deep all the way in here, and then 12 feet deep right here. That tells me that somebody wants that water to be deep enough to where it's not clogging any sort of pipe that might be connecting these 2 bodies of water. So we've located our pipe, we cast it on the pipe, and now we're casting around the pipe, and we're able to find some fish quicker. We're able to find the pile quicker, and we're getting it a little fun. Rather than just kind of going and, you know, doing the easy thing and parking over there by my truck and just casting into Never Never Land. Might a fish maybe make its way over there and bite something? Yeah, maybe. But making more of an educated decision, more of an educated guess as to where they might be, makes a huge difference. Oh, there he goes. Got him. Fish on. I like to keep my drag really loose, guys, because I like to fight them. There's oh, he got off. That was a good one. Did you guys see it? That was a good one. That was probably 12, or that was a 12-incher. Dang it. Oh, there's another one. We're on. I didn't oil my reel from when I was in the creek the other day, and I got some sand in it. That does not help my situation. I just lost another one right at the bank. We're getting bit right there. Take it, take it. One more cast and I'm getting out of here. Huge shout out to Striker Brands. Keeps you dry and keeps you warm. There's one. There's one. A little pipsqueaker. A little pipsqueaker. Oh, mother. Well, that's that. I'm gonna get out of here. It's a tornado. Holy moly. Okay, well, there you have it. A lot of fun. I'm telling you what, like in days where nobody really was out, it was a cold front coming in. This is kind of one of the tactics that I will use when trying to go to a new lake and trying to learn new spots, especially from shore. I don't want to take the boat out because it's like blistering rain or something coming or lots of wind. Just a way to get out and have a lot of fun. I didn't catch a bunch of tanks, obviously, in that video, but I was able to secure 15 of them before I shut the camera off. A couple of them were 14 inches, which is pretty cool, which is big for that lake, I understand. But I was able to find some really cool cover. I wanted to show you in detail as to what I'm looking for from the shore when I'm trying to find these type of spots. So what you're looking for here is a road that separates two bodies of water, where you have a stretch of road that goes kind of in the middle of a body of water. So obviously those bodies of water are probably connected by an original river channel, and in most cases are replaced so that the water goes underneath the road by either a tunnel or a pipe. And obviously those have a lot of like moving water. It has a natural kind of flow to it underneath the water, a current per se, and a lot of times you'll find a lot of fish on those spots if you can locate the pipes. Now, I found some pipes that were like 6 inches in diameter. I've found tunnels that were like 6 feet wide and 10 foot tall. And so this is a good opportunity to find some good shore spots. On this particular map, you'll see that there's two original river channels, one to the north of this kind of peninsula and one to the south. The one to the south is the one that I was fishing, and I was able to locate that 24-inch diameter pipe out a little ways, and the fish were stuck to it. So it works, man. Check it out. I hope that that's helpful for you. It's just another way to locate some pretty cool kind of cheat codes to where crappie might be, especially on cold front days. Real tight to these structures. Try it out for yourself. If you've done that in the past too, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to check out some other how-to videos, check out that link right over here. If you want to check out the most recent video we did, click that link right there. If you wish to subscribe, go ahead and smash that little circle right over there. Click the thumbs up and ring the notification bell so you're getting all them juicy notifications, and we will see you on the next one. We'll see you. Woo!